Let's see. Back at it. What is Gunner say? Like a damn smack addict. I'm still in his verbiage. Welcome back to Prison Yard TV. So as you see, the studio's all together, but I wanna ask my viewers if anybody knows how to set up microphones and headphones to an interface, Apollo Twin interface. The cameras are hooked up, the computer's hooked up, but I need somebody to come and hook up my audio. Everything else is hooked up. So if anybody out there on YouTube has somebody that knows how to hook up audio to a studio, I'll pay them. Just tap in when the video is over. These nuts, what's up? What's up, these nuts? How you doing? Toronto, Canada. Because blacks ain't got no damn billion-dollar cartel leaders to answer to, is my guess. Blacks have no leadership. We can't see the bigger picture. We too in the moment. Hey, Toronto, Canada. So I don't think it has anything to do with well, I don't want to say that because it probably does have to do with cartels and all that shit. But they do have leadership in prison. However, there's different group segments that have different leadership and they can't all come together and agree upon the same thing. That's my understanding from when I was there. Deshaun Brown, yes, hey, I don't know. Do you really actually do look serious? Though I, Mr. Two, though I, bruh. I didn't understand that, Deshaun Brown. I see your comment, but I don't understand it. Maybe I'm not catching something. Hey, I don't know that you really actually do look serious as a motherfucker, though. I, Mr. Two, though ain't bruh. I don't understand the comment, Deshaun. Explain to me what you're saying. I do have a guest coming in a few seconds. He'll be tapping in a few minutes. You guys seen him before on my channel. And he'll be tapping in a couple minutes. I just wanted to get on here before he got on there. I'll let him introduce himself. If you guys been with me for a while, you know who he is. I grew up with him. He's an old friend of mine. And we're going to tap into why we both believe that Mexicans in prison, as far as gangs are concerned, have more, there's more rules and regulations for Mexicans. So you can't, coming from any other gang besides Mexicans, there is leadership, but there's no hardcore ramifications if you mess up. Only if you're a snitch, if you're a child molester, shit like that. But when it comes to leadership, if you're a northerner or a southerner, you got someone to answer to on a daily basis. Blacks, Crips, Bloods, Kumbi, Jama, BGF, they have someone to answer to, but not is stern as Mexican gangs in prison. And I've been around all of them for many years. So I'm giving you guys a non-biased opinion as soon as my guest gets on here. My guest, he is from my neighborhood, from 29th Street. And I want his opinion. He just did 15 in the feds. I've never been to the feds. I always did mine, California prison system, state. So we'll be talking to him in 1 second. As you see, I'm in a vehicle right now, not my vehicle, but a vehicle. I'm actually, when I leave here, I just left the studio. We hooked up the cameras today. Everything's painted, everything's done. We will be filming when Tony comes back. When I leave here, I'm going to the gym to meet my brother to work out. So this video will probably be between 20 minutes and an hour. I don't know exactly how long when the guest gets on, but he has his input too. He has some input why he thinks that blacks can't come together. So we're going to get his input because he did state time in California and federal time. So we're gonna really tap into this and see what's going on, because I'm gonna tell you why I'm doing this actual video. So I got a good friend of mine I've done a lot of time with, and I grew up with on the street. He was supposed to tap in also. He just did 20 years straight. He got out, he was out 8 months, and he caught 125 years plus of 2 life sentences. He didn't kill nobody, but they struck him out 2 or 3 times. And he was supposed to tap in and be on here with me. And the reason why I'm doing this video is because he was in high desert. And in high desert, I guess the blacks and northerners got into an altercation. And that turned into the northern Mexicans, the southern Mexicans, and the whites getting together and going against all the blacks on the yard. And I told him, if the blacks don't come together, there's going to be a lot of deaths in the next few years, because when the whites, northern and southern, are together, all together, the southerners and northerners and the whites, the blacks don't have a chance. And you guys could say what you want to say. I'm from a black gang, and I'm telling you, blacks are so unorganized in prison that they're going to get wiped out. If the shit hits the fan, they're going to get wiped out, point blank, period. Mexicans, when they make up their mind and they're coming after you, they're coming with weaponry every time, if it's a racial thing. And 60 to 70% of them are going to have knives, and not little knives. Blacks aren't going to be prepared for that. Blacks like to fight. Mexicans like to stab, shank, use weapons. Blacks like to fight. Some blacks will pick up weapons, but the majority of blacks in prison that I've been around, even on level 4s, they do have weapons. I'm not saying they don't, but they rather fight. I come from the fighting era. I'd rather fight than stab somebody. On occasions, I did have to pick up a knife on 3 occasions, my last bit, but I'd rather fight and not kill nobody or have to worry about no one killing me. So I'd rather fight, and if win, lose, or draw, I'll wake up the next day, have a couple bruises, and I'll live to tell it. Some people aren't fortunate enough for that. Some people don't wake up from assaults with weaponry. I've seen 2 of my friends get killed. One of them in CMC on a yard. He was from Stockton. He was a youngster. He got stabbed with a broomstick through his liver. He died. It was blacks against Southsiders. And then I seen a guy that became my friend from LA. He wasn't from LA. He was from Pomona. And he got killed in a riot. He got shot. And so I seen people get killed in prison that I knew that I was kind of close to. And I didn't want that to happen to me. I wanted to come home to my family. So I made sure of that. And how I did that was I kept my business very personal. Didn't tell no one hardly what I was doing in there. I always sold drugs in prison, sold cell phones, sold tobacco. But I tried to keep it as non-violent as possible. I wasn't going to sweat nobody over selling a phone for $4,000 and him not coming up with $20 or $30 at the end. So I let a lot of shit go. It was minor shit, but I wanted to come home to my family. Towards the end, I already did the video about me getting jumped. I had one of the guys on here that jumped me. Frost, he was on here my last, I think, not my last video, the video before that. He apologized. Someone sent him on a mission and they lied to him and told him a bunch of bullshit, and they jumped me. But they didn't get the best of me. I got shot with the block gun twice, 3 times. One in my head, one in this finger. You see this finger's still crooked, and I wouldn't stop. So they shot me with the block gun. I got knocked out by the block gun. They didn't knock me out. They did bomb on me. But we're gonna get into this. Where's my guest at? He hasn't hit the link yet. I see. Occupy Mike Hawkslong. I believe that truce is only in state, dog. And the feds, they're still at war. The North and the South are in the feds. They're still at war. Oh, I think you're correct. Because I talked to somebody recently that that's in the feds, and I believe you're right. I don't think the North and the South will ever come. I can't say never, but I do think they still are separated in the feds. I don't think they got a ceasefire or they call it end of hostilities, the end of hostilities. And if you guys know the history of California prison system, so Northerners and Southerners been worst enemies since the 50s, and how they become allies and ceasefire in the hostilities is there was an AB. I'm not going to mention no names. I know all their names. I met two of the big wigs. They was on the bus with me getting transferred. But however, an AB, a MA, a NF, and a BGF. There's probably more than one of each from each car, but they got together and they sent filters down to us. And what I mean by filters is they sent kites down telling us to go on a food strike. The majority of people went on a food strike. I believe it was 2014 or 15. We went on a real food strike. We wouldn't accept no food. And the issue was they was keeping these people, these convicts in Pelican Bay SHU indeterminately where they wasn't going to get out. So they wanted to bring attention to the media. So we all went on a food strike across California, and they got the media's attention, they got lawyers' attentions, and eventually they let all the high powers out of Pelican Bay and sent them to the yards we were on level 4 yards. I was on a level 4 New Folsom at the time. And they sent them all down the yards, and the word was there wasn't going to be no violence amongst these group factions, North and South, BGF or ABs. It was a ceasefire, and they called it end of hostilities. That's how that came about. However, as time went on, now 2023, the Southsiders and the Northerners, the MA and the NF, they're still holding true to that. As far as the BGF cats and the white cats, the ABs, I don't think they held true to that. I think just the North and the South did, because they figured they could combine themselves and make a lot more money in prison if they're together. And they're running the yards right now. So you guys see I'm smoking cigarettes still. I gotta quit smoking, man. My doctor told me I needed to quit smoking. So I'm trying to quit smoking, man. I bought me an electronic cigarette, but I don't like it. He at it again, y'all. What's up, Corey? That's one of my longtime followers and supporters. What's up, Corey Ferguson? You know what I mean? I think I have a little more insight, and I could be non-biased coming from a black gang. I know what's in store for the Crips and the Bloods and the Coobies and the Jama when the shit does hit the fan, because if it hits the fan on every yard, it's gonna be a slaughter, and I know it. I'm just nasty habit, hella nasty habit, homie. Young Bundle. It was 2014. I was at Wasco State Prison during the food strike. Yeah, I was at New Folsom, bro, and then I went to Lancaster from there, and everyone was participating. On level 4 yards, everybody participated in the food strike. And you lasted as long as you could. And the cops came in our cells and took all our food, like our personal canteen. So if you wanted to fake the funk and not accept your tray, you wasn't going to eat because the cops came and took your food. So you was really starving in there. And that's what we did. We starved. I lasted, I think, the first time we went at it 3 different times, me and my cellie. The first time I lasted 13 days. The second time I lasted 21 days. And the third time we was on roll for 30 days. I was at 23 days and they called it off. And I was thankful and then after we started eating, bro, I could hardly eat anything. I was drinking a lot of water during the food strike. And when I finally got to 8, it was like nasty. Everything was nasty to me. Everybody was like that. We hardly ate anything for a while. Where's my guest at? So, y'all, I told you I was selling my Mercedes. I finally sold it to my one of my workers that works for me in my tree company. He finally came through and bought my Mercedes. So I'm looking for a Toyota Tundra or I don't really like the Tacomas too much. I want a V8, a truck, a V8. It either got to be a Chevy Silverado, a GMC GMC Sierra or a Toyota Tundra. I'm looking for one now. And it got to be at least 2013 on up. I don't want no old ass truck. Even that's 10 years old. That's kind of old for me. So I'm going from Mercedes-Benz to a truck. I think every grown man should have a truck. And that's what I'm looking at. I just took my ex-wife to Sierra College, and I found a Mercedes SUV, a ML350, and I was going to buy it, but she wanted it. So we ended up getting that for her. I'm happy she got it because I really didn't want another Mercedes, but I'm happy she got it, and she's happy she got it. So I did go looking for cars for the last 2 weeks. I didn't find nothing yet. I'm taking my time because my friends are letting me use different cars right now. I'm in this Blazer, a Chevy Blazer, but I also got a truck around the corner. One of my workers let me use a Chevy Silverado. So I'm not in need of wheels. I just want my own, and I got the money. I'm just looking. So if anybody out there got a Toyota Tundra 2013, 14, hit me up at the end of the broadcast. If you already haven't subscribed to my channel, you're not supporting me. I need you guys to hit that subscription button, leave a comment, and hit that notification button. And if you haven't joined, if you haven't became a member of my channel, I'm telling you, you're missing out on a lot of stuff. You get free shirts, you get my book, you get my ebook that I wrote. It's called The Man Behind the Woman. I'm giving away like 7 chapters of my book, and maybe I'll give it all away in time, but I'll give you the first 7 chapters for free. Hit that join button. It costs to join my channel and be a member. You could pay $9.99, $24.99, or $49.99, and you become a member. If you become a platinum member for $49.99, you get everything for free from here on out. And I'm here to stay. It says I'm having trouble connecting my guests, maybe. How long you had your company now? What company? My tree company or my YouTube channel? I got two. I got a YouTube channel, and me and Tony Lopez got a YouTube podcast, 12 Rounds of Adrenaline. My tree company is going on 3 years. I have my tree company for about 3. So next month will be 3 years that I have my tree company. It's called Pro Tree Cutters. I didn't know nothing about trees. I started this company on a fluke. I was cutting my grandma's tree down, and a lot of people asked me to. My tree company, yeah, going on 3 years. Like next month will be 3 years, Corey. It's good money, bro. It's very good money. So I own a tree company, and my youngest son owns a tent company. He tents cars, commercial buildings, and houses. So if you guys need your vehicles tinted, he's excellent. He does mobile tinting, or you could take it to his shop. He's excellent, and he's very fair as far as price is concerned. He knows what he's doing. He's very fast. So if you guys need a car tinted, your house tinted, or your business tinted, tap in, and I'll give you his number. Yeah, I come from a lineage of business owners. I'm trying to teach my kids how to not work for nobody else, to work for themselves. I don't have to go to work if I don't want to. I'm going to continue doing this YouTube, though. Where the hell is Cisco at? Uh-oh. I slipped. Cisco is my guest today, Big Cisco. And he hasn't tapped in. I don't see his... Let me see something. Y'all bear with me for 1 minute. Let me see something. He hasn't even hit the link, and I just got off the phone with him. I don't know what's going on. I hate to call him because I don't want to shut y'all down. So we'll just wait a couple more minutes. He was supposed to be on here exactly at 7 o'clock. So I had an interesting weekend, y'all. I'm an elite player at Thunder Valley Casino. And an elite player means you get everything for free. I've told this story a lot on my YouTube channel. I won $350,000 in 2019 and 2020 during COVID at Thunder Valley, and mostly at Thunder Valley when they reopened. But I became an elite player, so they give me suites up there every weekend if I want them. So I went and got a suite. I also get free concert tickets to any of the concerts. And so I got free concert tickets to the concerts this weekend. So I went and got a room from Friday to Sunday. No more fighting in casinos. Have you? Oh shit. Yeah, I've yeah, so I did get in a fight at the new casino. I haven't fought in a long time. My daughter had me fighting this big old Mexican guy at the new casino. What's it called in Elk Grove over there? Sky River. The first week it opened, I got in a fight. The security guards let us go outside and fight. And I mixed, dude. I don't want to brag, but I mixed him. He was like 350 pounds. He was talking shit to me and my daughter. And so I went outside and I got kicked out of there. But yeah, Thunder Valley, I can't fight up there because I'm known up there. Over there it was new. I've been back since though they banned me, but I've been back and they ain't said nothing to me. Cisco is not coming in. Let's see. Corey. Young Bundle. It was Mike Hawkslong. Let's see. Fresno Bulldogs and Nortenos are together in the feds. Are y'all still with me? Okay, so I just called Cisco up, and hopefully you guys will stay with me until I get to where I'm going. I'm driving right now. I'm going to the gym, and he's gonna tap in when I get there. So stay with me while I'm driving. We could talk about anything. Y'all bring up a subject, make comments. You regular. That's why. No more fighting. Yeah, you regular. That's why. You're funny, Corey. So yeah, Cisco. I just got off the phone with him. I'm gonna get to the gym in about 10 minutes, and I'm gonna use their Wi-Fi. My brother's not at the studio right now. He's at the gym, so I couldn't go to the studio. He has the keys to the studio. So what I'm doing, damn, that was a road glide just came in between us. So like I was saying, I couldn't go to the studio and record this, so I'm doing it mobile. Better to do it mobile than not do it at all, right? I haven't been on here consistently, and I'm trying to be consistent now that the studio's up and running. So hopefully I'll be on here at least once or twice a week consistently. If you guys start a YouTube channel, I realize one thing. You get paid from YouTube, right? Once you get monetized. And in order to consistently get paid, you have to be consistent on here. And I haven't been consistent at all because I got a lot of stuff going. I got me and Tony's podcast, which is 12 rounds of adrenaline. And then this podcast, and then my tree company. And then I got kids, grandkids. So it's like I'm juggling all these things. But I told everyone close to me, starting in May, I'm going to be really building up these YouTube channels. I'm going to be really concentrating on these 2 YouTube channels, man. The tree company is very slow in the summertime. So I have a lot more time to concentrate on what I like doing best, and that's YouTube. I'm an old man now. So I want to stay home with my kids and my grandkids and spend as much time with them as I can. I can't do that with this tree company because I'm always at work. You dig? Damn, I lost most of my viewers. I had viewers. Where'd y'all go? I cut off on y'all, huh? I had to call Cisco up and my Wi-Fi got disconnected. So I'll be next to a Wi-Fi in about 10 minutes at the gym. I go to this damn gym over here. And I'm thinking I could connect to their Wi-Fi. Where's my damn drink? My mouth is dry as hell. Come on, man. People don't know how to drive in Sacramento. Hey, what y'all think about this Gervonta Davis fight? You think Tank's gonna knock him out? I got my money on Tank. I don't think Garcia's gonna hang with him more than 4 or 5 rounds, man. I think Tank's gonna knock him out. Tony, he believes the same thing. I asked his opinion about it. He thinks Tank's gonna win too by knockout. In order for Ryan Garcia to beat Tank, he's gonna have to use his thinking cap. Tank's a hard ass hitter. He's very fast. I'm not taking away nothing from Ryan Garcia's speed or his power, but Ryan Garcia, I'm gonna tell you what Ryan Garcia got going for him. He's very determined and he's very focused. That's what he got going for him. Tank's been around. Tank's been there. He's been in championship fights. He's defended this belt for a while now. Ryan Garcia wants it. So it's going to be an excellent fight, but I don't believe it's going the distance at all. Somebody's going to get knocked out, and I think that's going to be Ryan Garcia. I actually went to the fights in the first fight I've been to in years. I just went to Cache Creek a couple weeks ago, and I watched all great fights. I'm a boxer at heart. I love watching boxing. I'm a boxing fan, and I had a good time going to the match at Cache Creek a couple weeks ago. Me and my brother went. I come from a boxing history. No one in my family boxed really but me, but I always was with Tony Lopez and my Nino Troy. We used to box all the time around the neighborhood, and I used to train with Tony back in the day. I just never took it serious. I was more in the streets. I don't think I could have been champ But I believe I could have made it a long way in boxing if I'd have stuck to it and trained harder. I just wasn't, my mind state wasn't there. I was in a whole nother realm at that time. I was thinking about street money and girls and stuff. Can you guys believe that I've been, no, I'm not going to bring that up. I'm not even going to talk about that. It's not the place. I was going to speak about my relationships, but I'm not going to do that. That's for another time. Oh, shit. I'm in the wrong lane. I got to get off. I'm YouTube and driving down I-5. That's crazy. So I told Cisco to hit the link in 15, 20 minutes. I told him I'd call him actually, and I don't have two phones, but my brother got one where I'm going. So maybe I can get to him and make a phone call. Damn, it's windy as hell in Sacramento right now. This damn blaze is all over the road. I ain't drove one of these kind of cars in a long time. I've been used to being in that CLS 550 where it hugs the road and you don't feel no wind, no nothing. You can drive that in any kind of weather. Hit 180 miles per hour if you wanted to. I did it twice, scared the shit out of me. I used to be a fast driver. Now I kind of slowed my roll a little bit. Julian, what's up, cuz? I'm driving to the gym and I'm YouTubing. Where you at? You want to come to the gym? Or you want to go to the casino? What you want to do? I went back to that Sky River the other night, hit a little jackpot for $2,700. I'm thinking about going up there again tonight. If you want to meet me up there after I go to the gym. At Sky River, where we was at last time, they let me back in. Well, they didn't say nothing to me after that fight. So this dude just mentioned that on my YouTube channel. I wasn't fighting in the casino no more, and I said, nah. So my little cousin, the one making comments right now, he was with me when I got in that altercation in Sky River. He was actually with me filming it. It was kind of funny. Me at 190 pounds fighting a 350-pound, out of shape Mexican from West Sac. He was trying to gangbang on me. He kept saying, Norte this, Norte that. My daughter was banging on him. My daughter thinks she's a blood. He was tagging that. I was tagging him, but I didn't get him like I wanted to. I ran out of fuel. Partners just called me. Steve, get on YouTube, man, and I'll call you after this. You should know I'm on YouTube right now. I posted it, and you follow me, so you should know I'm on YouTube. He does that. Him and this other person in my life, they always call me when I'm on YouTube and try to disrupt my damn YouTube shit. That shit pisses me off because it makes my screen go blank. I think I'm real close to the gym right now. Oh, you went back? Hey, Julian, man, I don't want to talk about this out in the open like that, but I just heard about um Auntie Jackie and cousin Andrea, man. That's crazy to me. That was like years ago, and I just barely found out, man. I want to talk to you about that. I don't know if you talked to her or not, but I want to talk to you about that. It's bothering me a lot. It's bothering my mom and Nick too a lot. So, why don't you hit me after I get off YouTube? Let's leave it at that for now. Okay. Where's this damn gym at? Is this it? No, it's the next one, I think. I know I didn't pass it. Damn, I got a cop behind me. I used to get nervous when cops were behind me because I was on parole all my life. Now, I don't get nervous. As you guys know, so I don't drink alcohol. I stopped drinking years ago. And a few months ago, I got a DUI and they arrested me for a DUI and I wasn't even drinking. I take edibles, right? And this damn cop, he was like, "You look drunk to me." And I'm like, "No, I don't drink alcohol." I passed the sobriety test and I refused to take the breathalyzer because my brother told me to don't take it. Well, he took me to jail and got a warrant to take my blood, and it came back with THC in my blood, so they gave me a DUI. I hired a lawyer and pled down to a wet and reckless. So I got a wet and reckless on my record right now. That's crazy. Okay, I'm at the gym. Let's see. Do I got a parking spot or what? Oh, shit. I'm all jacked up right now. I went the wrong damn way. This gym is super packed right now. I don't want to show y'all my location, but this damn gym is dumb packed. Hardly no parking any damn where. I'm parked at the handicap because I got a handicap sticker. All right, let's get on this shit. Let me get a hold of Cisco. Y'all bear with me for 1 minute. Let me call my guest. Can y'all hear me still? Make sure you guys can hear me. He'll be coming in any second. My YouTube channel's all over the place, huh, y'all? I'll be just driving around YouTubing and shit. I'm gonna get it together. It's all over the place, huh? Occupy till I come. Occupy till I come. That's a hell of a handle. Did you name yourself that, homie? Where's my damn selfie stick? Oh shit. I think my guest is trying to tap in right now. Let's see here. I don't want to press no buttons. All right. You guys see I got the racing seat covers in here? Well, my homie does. This is his vehicle. My business partner. Come on, guest. Where you at, Cisco? I used to drink sodas every day, y'all. Now I drink this. It's to hydrate you. It's called it's good, whatever it is. I forgot. You get it at the co-op downtown. It's quite expensive, but it's good for you. I stopped drinking sodas. My son's on me about my food intake. He's a clean eater. My son is 23 years old, my youngest, and he amazes me about his work ethic and his eating habits. His life is like, I was never like that when I was 23. He got his shit together. Why did you give them blood and not a breathalyzer? I refused to give them anything, and they got a warrant, and they forced me to give them blood, bro. 6 hours later, I refused to give them a breathalyzer. My brother's like, never give them a breathalyzer. I don't drink no more, so I wasn't worried about it. But I passed the sobriety test, and I was on their camera when they said it. I passed it, but he said, since you ain't gonna take a breathalyzer, we're gonna arrest you and get a warrant for blood. And that's what he did. I was in the jail for 6 hours, and the judge finally, I got arrested at 11 o'clock at night in Gulf. And they took my blood at 8 in the morning. It took him 6 hours to get a warrant for a judge to sign a warrant. He signed it, and when he took the blood, he said I had THC in my system, which I did because I was taking edibles all month long, but I just wasn't on edibles that day. but it stayed in my system. So that's the answer to that question, School Me. I didn't give them blood. They got a warrant and forced me to give them blood. They actually handcuffed me to a bench and shackled my feet, and a nurse held my arm while I was handcuffed from the back and took blood from me. I didn't give it to them. They took it from me. And I didn't want to move it after she stuck me because I'd have jacked my veins up when she had that needle in me. Cisco, where are you at, bro? Should I call him? Let me call him. Y'all stay with me. Let me call him. Okay, I just called Cisco and told him to come on, so hopefully he'll be hitting his guest link right now. Sometimes it's hard for them to hit the link for some reason. They got to go to their email. And when you haven't been doing this for constantly, you forget how to do it. And I think he forgot. But it is. All right, y'all, that was him. He called in. He said he's hitting the link right now, but I don't see him. Where's he at? I can't see. Let me see something. Guest. More layout. Done. Can y'all see my banners going across the bottom? It says hit that join button to become a member to support the channel. Can you guys see that? Oh, there he is.
Fucked up piece of shit ass fucking phone, man.
Come on, cuz. Yeah, I'm here.
I'm right here.
I see you. It took you a while. So Cisco's finally on. He's with us.
When you called, I pushed the button and my whole phone just shut down.
Okay.
Down there threw this motherfucker up against the wall. What's going on, baby?
Okay, so we've been talking about the northern Mexicans and the southern Mexicans calling a peace treaty, calling it end of hostilities. And as you know, as well as I do, we got a lot of homies from the hood in the pen. But one tapped in with me a couple of days. He been tapping in every day, Big Tie Stick. He was going to come on tonight, but his phone ain't getting the internet where he's at in his cell. However, he told me he was at High Desert about 6 months ago, and the blacks got into it with the northerners, and somehow the southerners jumped in and the whites, and they all went against the blacks. And I was telling my viewers, you know, if the blacks don't get it together and something major happens, it's going to hit every prison yard and we're going to get slaughtered in there because the blacks can't come together. We're divided. Crips, Bloods, Jama, Kumi, BGF, everyone is separated in prison, and no one could actually, they don't agree upon. So everyone wants to be a leader. Nobody wants to be a soldier. And that's why I don't think they can come together. They should come together, but I don't think it'll ever happen until there's really a major incident where we lose a lot of lives. Mm-hmm. What's your perspective? So first of all, Cisco, I've been knowing him all my life. You guys recognize him from my earlier YouTube videos. He's been on here numerous of times. He just did 15 in the feds, but he also been in the California state prison system all his life like me. but he just did federal time. So he hasn't been in California State Prison in a while. However, he's familiar with it. He's familiar with our ways, our rules, and regulations. So that's why I brought him on here to see his opinion about if he thinks the blacks could ever all come together, all gangs, and be as one in California prison system. I don't think it'll ever happen.
Yeah, absolutely it can happen. It definitely can happen. And you know what I'm saying? They'll figure it out. But the brothers will get it together. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't got no option. Either get it together or get smashed. They'll get it together.
Yeah. I think it's going to take a major incident where we lose a lot of lives for them to get it together.
I mean, but when on them 4 yards, that's how it is. It's a whole. It's not just everybody just separated. When it's time to come together, they come together.
I beg to
like
differ.
I'm saying, I'm a level 4. I'm a level 4 dude. You know what I'm saying? Been nothing but level 4.
Me too. But I just left New Folsom, and there was an incident. New Folsom 180. It was the most violent prison in California when I was there, and the the Crips and Bloods were on lockdown when I got there. Mm-hmm. They had a riot amongst each other. So the Hoovers and the Bay Cats were all out, and they brought 2 buses of Southerners in there, and they got in a riot. The Southerners smashed the Hoovers and the Bay Cats. So when the Crips and Bloods got off lockdown, you would think we all came together, but that wasn't the case. The Bay Cats took off on the Southsiders and got smashed again. And the Crips said that wasn't their business. The Bloods said no one got involved. So it was all Bay area, and they got smashed against the Southsiders, and we didn't come together. And that was a level 4 180 yard. It happened numerous times when I was there. So when you say level 4 yards, they do that.
And I ain't been to the state. I ain't been to the state since 2005.
Okay, but so the incident I'm talking about was April of 2014. That's when I was there. That's when this happened. So that wasn't nothing but 9 years ago. And the blacks didn't come together then, and they're not. Ty Stick just had a riot in High Desert 6 months ago, and all the blacks didn't come together there, and he was on a 270 level 4 yard. And it's like they don't come together because they figure it ain't. I don't know what it is, bro. It's leadership. I don't think they got the right leadership. Even though there's a lot of Jama cats off the yard, Crips are the majority as far as black gangs in prison. And Crips, for some reason, I don't want to say they don't want to go, because they do go. But when a Blood gets into it with another race, Crips will be like, that's their business. When Crips get into it with another race, Bloods will be like, that's their business. And it shouldn't be like that. So I beg to differ. Your statement you made, they'll get it together. Maybe they will after they lose a lot of lives. But my last term, bro, I hit 3 different level 4 yards. I went to a couple level 3s, but the majority of my 15-year sentence was on level 4 yards. And I never seen one time all blacks come together. Never. Except the riot I caused in Pleasant Valley. All the blacks came except the IE car. So it wasn't all the blacks. The majority came. Bloods, Crips, Coombe, Jama, LA, Sacramento. We all went except the IE. So we wasn't all as one. Somebody sat out on that one. And we had me, Big Vamp, Sadiddy, Tino. It was like people from our neighborhood. So it's just not me talking. We was all there, bro. And the riot was over someone from the hood. And we took off on the Bulldogs, and all the blacks came except the IE car. So they didn't all come together. So when you say they'll get it together, it'll happen. I kind of like, it needs to happen if they want to preserve life, because as you guys know, California prison system is one of the most dangerous prison systems in the United States of America. And when you got 2 segments like the Northern Mexicans and the Southern Mexicans with their leadership out of Pelican Bay and the whites backing them, it's like everyone against the blacks. And if they don't come together, we're going to lose a lot of lives. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. I can't disagree with you.
Yeah. It's sad because we are strong in there when we're together. We got a lot of soldiers in there, and I was telling our viewers before. So my history in prison, from being non-biased, sitting back watching, blacks like to fight. They like to use these. I'm not saying blacks won't pick up weapons. They will, but the majority, even on level 4s, blacks like to fight. And Mexicans, they when they were up against another race, they come with weaponry. 60% of them is gonna have a weapon. Blacks maybe 10%. And it's sad because when you're up against weaponry,
what you talking about, man? In the whole prison system, man, I ain't seen that. Like I'm saying, I don't know what's going on now, but when I was in the pen, it was, you know what I'm saying, brothers was, you know what I'm saying, the brothers was handling their business straight up. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying they don't handle their business.
I went from LA County, Calipatria, Lancaster, you know what I'm saying, New Delano. I ain't never experienced nothing like that. As far as you talking about brothers ain't handling knives, I ain't never experienced nothing like that.
I didn't say that. I said brothers rather fight. Rather. Yeah.
I ain't never experienced where a motherfucker said, "I'll fight you before I'll stab you."
Oh yeah,
no.
that's what's going on.
I don't know what type of experience you done had in prison. But I ain't never had no experience in the prison where niggas is not going.
I wish Ty Stick would have called in, because he's on a level 4 yard right now. Corcoran, he just was telling me the same thing.
I'm not saying what Cuz saying ain't true. I'm just saying I ain't never experienced that shit.
Oh yeah, that's what's going on, man. That's what's going on right now, and it went on the whole 10 years I was down. And it ain't that the brothers won't pick up knives, but they was giving a lot of dates to the lifers, and they didn't want to mess off their dates. And I understand it, but when you're up against, if there's 50 blacks getting into it with 100 Mexicans and they're coming with knives, it's mandatory you have a knife. You're gonna get slaughtered, and that just wasn't happening when I was there. And I've been going to prison since 1989, back and forth. I got 28 years in, and I've been to yards where blacks use knives, but blacks rather fight, bro. They rather fight. Mexicans, I'm not saying Mexicans can't fight.
I ain't never experienced that. I ain't never experienced that in California State Prison.
Yeah,
not one time from the county to the reception to the joint. Yeah. Niggas was with it. Niggas was straight with it. 100%. Niggas wasn't taking nothing from no other races. And if it was an issue, it wasn't you didn't have to go to the other cars. Hey, we finna get into it. If it pops off, everybody's going.
Oh yeah, that ain't going down no more.
You ain't never been to no joint down south.
I've been to all the joints down south.
Niggas ain't allowing that shit. If you coming, if you ain't with it, you got to go.
I've been to all the joints down south.
All right, man.
I've been to Lancaster, Donovan, Lancaster, Calipat. I've been to everything.
And how was our experience so different?
Okay,
if I'd have been to these same joints, you'd have been to, I ain't never experienced that.
Okay, what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna tap in. Look, I'm gonna tap into somebody that's there, and they're gonna explain this to you right now.
Big Tyson. Listen, I don't even care about that shit, cuz. Let's get straight to it. That ain't got nothing to do with what niggas is doing on the street.
That ain't what this channel's talking about today. We're talking about prison in California right now, how blacks don't come together. That's what the thumbnail is. That's what we're talking about. I'm not talking about what.
I'm not never finna get on and talk down on my people, homie.
See, you're misinterpreting. You're misinterpreting.
I'm not finna do that, homie.
You're misinterpreting what I'm saying.
You want to tap in with somebody? Go ahead. I'll listen to it.
You're misinterpreting what I'm saying, bro. What I'm saying is the last 15 to 20 years, blacks, no, not even the last 15, 20 years, since I've been going to prison, blacks rather fight than stab somebody.
Listen, homie.
In California state prison system right now.
No. I'm not gonna never say nothing that bad about my people, homie.
How is that bad? What's bad about that? What's bad about that?
And you just saying that niggas ain't getting down and niggas is
I
getting
didn't say
smashed
that.
by
Wait,
Mexicans.
when did I say
Nigga, I
that?
ain't never seen no Mexican smash my peoples, man.
Wait, when did I say niggas ain't getting down? What you see, I don't know
You
what
just
you're on
said
right
that.
now.
You
I
just
didn't
said
say niggas ain't getting down. I said they'd rather fight than pick up weaponry. And you talk to
that ain't
anybody
true.
right now,
That ain't true.
it is true. I just left there.
All right,
Bro.
man.
I just left a level 4 180 yard. We just got in a riot. Listen, we just got in a 200-man riot in Pleasant Valley, and one black had a knife. All the Bulldogs had knives. Ask Vamp. Vamp's out here now. He was there. He went with me. One black had a knife, bro. One black. Up against 200 Bulldogs. Me and Vamp was on the front line. It was over our little homie. One black from Stockton had a knife, bro. Everyone else was fighting with canes and horseshoes. No knives on the yard except Bulldogs. Yes, that just happened. 2017, July 16th.
Okay.
Pleasant Valley A yard. Look it up. Major riot over $50 green dot. One black had a knife, bro. That's what's going on. Whether you like to admit it or not, that's what's really going on right now in California prison system. And when we get off this podcast, we're going to tap into someone that's on a level 4 yard. He was supposed to be on here with us, and we just had this discussion. He said, dog, he said, I'm not in fear because I stay out the way, but these brothers in here ain't got it together. When these Mexicans take off on us, they all got knives. We ain't prepared for that. These brothers think they could outwit them by fighting them. He just told me that an hour before I got on this podcast. I said, okay, you need to come on here with me. But his phone ain't getting the internet, so we can't see him. He could talk, but you ain't going to be able to see him. Where you at? You in a new spot. I like that spot. Is that a jacket? Is that a leather jacket?
I'm going to show you something that you really going to like. You see that?
Yeah, what is that? That's fat. What is that?
You know
is that leather?
Why would it be?
That is clean as hell. I noticed that out of everything up there. I noticed that. That stood out.
That was a gift. And of course, you see the Raiders Cup. I'm not a Raiders fan. Look, you see that?
I see it.
I'm not necessarily a Raiders fan.
Yeah,
what do you think about it? Can we jump off subject for a hot second?
Yeah, let's jump off subject. We can talk about
anything. Let's talk about the Kings and the Warriors.
Oh yes. So
now listen. I want to shoot a shot just real quick. I love the Bay Area, and I got a lot of love for Steph Curry. And you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like watching two brothers go at it. And like I'm saying, I don't agree with that shit that they did to the homie 40.
Oh yeah,
the way they kicked him out and shit. That shit wouldn't fly at all. You know what I'm saying? He comes to our games, we go to his games, and you know what I'm saying? I didn't like that. I wasn't happy with that. And as a true Sacramento native, got love for the Bay, got love for 40, and a whole bunch of people ain't feeling the way that they just tossed him out because he argued with a white woman, and as soon as the white woman heckling him the whole time, and as soon as he turns around and be like, "Hey man, leave me the fuck alone," they come around and escort him out the joint. We can't be treating our people.
I just watched that video today, and you know,
man, that shit had me. That shit had me hot, motherfucker.
I'm an avid Warriors fan, and I don't agree with none of that. I really didn't think the Kings was going to win one game, and when they took off and beat them the first two games, it's like the Warriors got an uphill battle, man. Kings are balling this year.
The Warriors are champions, and I'm gonna enjoy the game because I'm not necessarily a Warriors fan, but I got so much love for that boy Steph Curry. He is a killer.
That boy's a beast when it comes to balling.
And watching it, and see, I don't never want no situation to be, because what they're trying to turn this shit into is like a Sacramento Bay Area. It's never like that. Like I'm saying, these are two brothers going at it, and you know what I'm saying. Keep that shit hunting, man. The way they kicked the man out, I wasn't cool with that, man. But them Kings is balling, man.
So you're an all around sports fanatic. You love sports, right?
Absolutely.
and you know statistics. So I was just talking about the Gervonta Davis Ryan Garcia fight coming up, right?
Yeah.
And you know, one of my podcasts, 12 Rounds of Adrenaline with Tony, he's Sacramento's IBF champ 3 times over. I was talking to him about the fight, and of course
Shout out to you. Shout out to Tony. Go ahead.
He's from Mexican descent, and I asked
Mm-hmm.
him, who does he think's going to win the fight?
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't give me a straight answer, but he said the only way Garcia is going to win is if when he gets on the ropes, he tucks his chin and sits on the ropes. And I disagree with that, because Ryan Garcia got reach, and he's longer than Tank Davis. But I believe Tank Davis is going to knock him out within 5 rounds.
Because he's like a little, now see, when they used to sit in them big guys at Tyson, all you got to do is get down, and you know what I'm saying? You got to get down and come up on them big guys. Yeah. And I heard the man Charleston White talking about let's make it a Mexican and black thing. Nigga, if you don't stop with that bullshit, man, we got enough issues right now without making this me personally, I'm not making it a race thing, but I think I mean the Ryan Garcia cat, he's a respectful dude. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's like, man, I'm gonna come in here and so I'm not really up on the man Ryan.
Well, did you see the last Instagram? They was on Instagram together arguing, and they put up their purse.
with the boy Kai up in there.
They put up their purse, winner take all. They bet their purses. And I think that's going to give them both a little bit more determination. But like I said, Ryan Garcia is hungry. He's determined, but I don't think he has enough. And I seen him get dropped in a fight. And I know his chin is questionable. And Tank's never been down. And it's going to take a lot to put Tank down, fighting for all that money and for his belt, man. He's defended it numerous times, and I think he's going to have the same outcome as he always had. I think he's going to knock Ryan Garcia out.
I would really like to see that go the whole distance, just to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but me too.
Yeah, I'm definitely fucking hard. Yeah, I'm definitely fucking with the youngster Gervonta, because I think that he got, you know what I'm saying, they call him a generational fighter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think he can go in there and get it. But it's not like I'm really hating on Ryan. You know what I'm saying? I just think that Gervonta gonna go in there and handle his business.
Yeah, I believe the same thing. Let me get some light on my light. I'm at the damn gym, sitting outside this gym. I've been on for, I've been on for 1 hour and 4 minutes now. I've been on since 7 o'clock. I drove over here on YouTube and to make it clear. So me and Cisco, we didn't clarify the time. That's why he didn't tap in earlier. He thought I said 8. He's in another state, so he's 1 hour ahead of me. He thought I meant 8 o'clock my time. And if I did say that, I meant 7 o'clock my time. I might have said 8 o'clock my time, but we have been on here 1 hour. We do got a special guest coming up. I don't know if you want to make the announcement or not.
Who you got coming on?
Huh?
I said, who you got coming on?
Who you got coming on?
Oh, you talking about in the future?
Yeah, I don't know if you want to make that announcement. I'm not gonna make it right now. I already made a thumbnail.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people out there know that my pops is Booker T. Cook, and former former gangster, former Black Panther, all around just and I was talking to him about the podcast, and he was like, I've never done it before, but for you, I'll check it out. I'll try it. So, hopefully I can get my pops to get on here in the next week or two. Hopefully I can get down to Sacramento my goddamn self. I'm just going through these little situations, but hopefully tomorrow is the day I can jump on this freeway and come out there and fuck with my people.
And have some Sacramento summertime shining on your dome, because it's summertime.
Absolutely. And I will be at the stadium when they come back to the Kings. I'm going to have by about 1,000 waters. Hey man, they selling waters for $2 a pop, man. My sister went out there,
$5
killed them.
$5.99 a pop. They $5.99. I
What?
just was at the game. They was $5.99. Me and my son. My son took me to the game for my birthday. A
Yeah.
water was $5.99 at the Golden One Center. A slice of nasty ass pizza was $19.99, and it was nasty as hell.
Yeah, that's the hustle. All y'all out there from the city, that's your hustle. Go up here while the Kings is doing their thing and peddle your merch. That's how you get your money. That's how you get your money. And boy, I wish I was out there.
I went up there wearing my Prison Yard TV's t-shirt, but I didn't bring none with me. I could have sold them all up there. I wasn't even thinking that.
Man, I'm coming up there, man.
I could have put me a table out there and sold all my merch out there. Y'all want to see where I'm at? Look where I'm at. I'm at this I'm at the gym. I'm at Family Fitness right now. I'm about to go in here and get my workout on. I'm getting too old to not work out. I've been joined for a month and a half and only been 3 times. I got to start coming every other day. I got to build my wind up and my stamina for these youngsters out here. You know, I had a little incident. I had 2 incidents in the last 3 months, and both of them I got one dude I got immediately, but the second dude gave me a run for my money because my stamina wasn't up. I smoked cigarettes. I got to stop smoking cigarettes. It showed me that I really got to get my gym shorts on and build my stamina up. My little cousin was just on here. He made a comment because he was there at the fight. He said, cuz what you doing? He said, I'm down. He said, you was tagging that fat motherfucker. He was there when I was fighting this 350-pound Mexican outside the casino. And they was filming it, putting it on their damn Instagram page, him and my daughter, and I kind of got upset because I whipped dude, but I didn't get him like I wanted to. You know what I mean? He didn't hit me one time. Well, I can't say he didn't hit me. I didn't feel nothing from a 350-pound Mexican that was mad. I should have felt his punches. And he hit me twice, and I didn't feel nothing. I was just, he disrespected my daughter, and it just was on after that. I didn't care about nothing. And
Boy,
then I just had another.
I just had another incident nowadays.
Yeah, well, both incidents.
These physical altercations.
Yeah. Well,
you gotta understand that every physical altercation that you get involved in could be your last.
Okay. Look who's talking.
I mean, but exactly, and I gotta tell myself this because as you know, I got into a little incident myself, and that's one thing. I'm gonna bring an exclusive. I got some videotapes on the little incident I got in, and I'm gonna bring them to your show, and it's like I'm telling you, I'm giving you advice that I'm not taking myself, but
So some incidents are unavoidable. Like your incident was totally unavoidable. My incident was, I don't look for trouble no more. I used to like to fight, but now I try to turn the other cheek and not even get into it. But when someone is just adamant at wanting to fight me, I'm not going to turn it down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And your particular incident, you was defending yourself. He just ended up with the short end of the stick by far.
Woo. It was ugly for him. And he was supposed to be, the thing is, he's supposed to be a local rapper out here.
I don't understand that.
He's supposed to be a local rapper. He was on all the rah-rah. Nigga's name is E-Ban. I'm gonna go in and put it out there.
E-Ban?
E-Ban.
He's from Colorado?
He's from Denver out here. And as soon, he came with the, like I'm saying, I'm gonna put the tapes out there in a second. He came with the rah-rah and the flexing his muscles. I don't give a fuck. I fought niggas twice my size and whop. And I'm like, all right, man. I see that me and you ain't gonna be able to have this conversation. So I'm gonna try to walk away. And like I'm saying, man, the youngsters sometimes when they think that, okay, that walk away means, okay, I got me one.
Yeah, like we're a sucker or something.
But then, like I'm saying, I'm gonna show you on the tape how this man, 1 minute he's standing, next minute he's laying, laying down. You know what I'm saying? And it just be like all of this crazy ass shit you talking,
For
and the
nothing.
motherfucker, and listen, and the motherfucker called the police on me.
Oh
He
man.
banned the nigga named Elijah something. He's old. He's a real bitch. But like I'm saying, after all of this shit, when he wake up and don't know where the fuck he's at, oh my God, I got to go call the police. This nigga went straight and called the police. He got a little fathead Mexican bitch named Alexis, or little old punk bitch. Him and his bitch got together, and it was like, well, you can't take that L like this because his whole shit is split. He got a whole smile on his forehead, right? And the motherfucker was like, oh man, we can't take this loss like this. So in order for us to win, in order for us to win this fight, in order for us to win this fight, we're gonna have to call the police.
And see,
after
he started a war and ended up calling the police. See, that's what's wrong with this generation, man. And it's like, we come from a generation where you can't call the police. I don't give a damn what happens. You get shot. We can't even go to the hospital sometimes when we get shot. We got to fix our own wounds when we get stabbed in prison. And these cats, the first thing they do is they try to cover up and have their girl call the police like they didn't do it. But when you have your girl call the police, you might as well call them your damn self.
And no question.
And it's like, I don't understand it, man. It's like, if you don't want no funk, if you can't take an ass whipping, don't start no funk. You tried to humble him by taking him outside to talk to him, and he didn't want to hear it.
And like I'm saying, when these tapes are really exclusive. But I'm about to expose this dude. Like I'm saying, my PO, he's like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? My PO got the tape, and he was like, ooh, he ain't got all of them, but you know what I'm saying? Looking at the situation, and I'm like, man, these motherfuckers called the police on me after this. He laughed. He laughed at this shit. He's like, don't even worry about it. You know
That's good. So obviously you wasn't in the wrong. You was defending you was protecting yourself. And like I said, this YouTube channel, we don't condone violence, but we're not gonna let somebody bring violence to us or our family members. We're gonna protect ourselves. We was raised like that, and stuff happens sometimes. And unfortunately, we are out here in this world, and we do have to defend ourselves, our names, and our families. So this type of thing happens sometimes. And it's unfortunate that someone tried to put someone else in jail when they was in the wrong. He couldn't just take the ass whipping. I was fortunate enough not to have, well, actually the police was involved because they was called after the fight, but they seen the footage. That's what's good about cameras, phones these days. It's evidence. We ain't no shit starters. We just end it. And you can't be put in jail for protecting yourself.
And no question.
And luckily you do have footage of it. And you won't
basically, that's the only reason why I'm on the streets right now. I'm like, man, I just finished doing 15 motherfucking years. And this motherfucker's trying to put this old silly ass shit. And it's like, man, that's why I'm saying I'm trying to get up out of here. And like I'm saying, he's from Denver, but he ain't from Denver. He ain't from the, you know what I'm saying, from the east side where my dudes at. Shout out to you, Ray Love, and all the homies from the east side, all the homies from Park Hill. You know what I'm saying? He ain't one of y'all. Cause if he was one of y'all, all I would have had to do was call they homies and they would have handled him. But he's some weird off-brand nigga from down south somewhere, come up here and you know what I'm saying, he ain't really nobody. But it's just crazy how you know what I'm saying, if you're gonna be a part of this shit here, you gotta be a part of it. You can't be a part of it and then find out, oh shit, it's not looking like I want to look. Let me call the police to help me. Man, that ain't what this shit is about, man. And like I'm saying, I'm not with no violence. I'm not with putting my hands on another person, because as soon as you violate a man's personal space, that man has every right to kill you. So therefore, I'm not violating nobody's personal space. I'm not going to disrespect nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it 100. But man, these motherfuckers been on all these motherfucking drugs and drinking, and man, these motherfuckers ain't got no sense. And as soon as a motherfucker say he got a, you know what I'm saying, he got a motherfucking pistol, you know what I'm saying, all my motherfucking antennas, boom, go. So you know what I'm saying, straight up, oh, motherfucker trying to kill me. And you
Exactly.
know what I'm saying? And when you do that, after being in the environment that I've been in, behind the walls with real live killers, as soon as a motherfucker says he's gonna do something to you, your body automatically reacts.
It does. It
'Cause,
gets in
man,
offensive mode. You're no
and it's
longer
self
defensive, trying to
and it's self preservation. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's self preservation. I don't want to do nothing to you, but if you're talking about doing something to me, I got to get you out the way.
immediately.
You know what I'm saying? Cause me, I enjoy living. You know
That
what
would have
I'm saying?
been actual that would have been something very, very unfortunate if the tables were turned, you didn't have them tapes, and you got in trouble for this. You ain't even seen your kids, your grandkids. You ain't even been to California, seen nobody in your family. And if that would have happened, it wouldn't have sat good with a lot of people. So fortunately, you did have someone with the ringtone doorbell. They got the footage and it cleared your name. You was defending yourself. And I'm thankful for people that do videotape that type of stuff. Because I could have been back in jail too if well, actually, I had the security guard at the damn casino on my side. He's the one
Mm-hmm.
that asked me if I wanted to fight this guy, and I'm like, not really. And the dude's like, oh, you're a pussy. You won't. And he was like, if you want to fight, we won't call the police. You guys can go outside and handle it. And I like that. Okay, let's go out. Win, lose, or draw. Let's go outside. He was drinking, I wasn't, and he just ended up with the short end of the stick. But it's nothing to be proud of. I've been in hella fights, and I've lost some, I've won some, but I don't like I don't like physical altercation no more. I don't like getting hit in my face, and when I do, I lose it. And I don't
I
want to
know.
feel where I'm the aggressor and I'm so mad I'm trying to hurt you. I just want to give you a little bit, like 20-30%, to know you can't mess with me. We was
Yeah.
raised fighting, bro. A lot of these youngsters, they don't even never had a fight. They pick up a pistol at 12, 13 years old and go shoot someone like me or you and get their stripes. They don't know how to
But
fight.
but what you got to understand, as far as with this game, and I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about people out there that's listening. What you got to understand in this motherfucking game, man. If you got a pistol on you, that don't mean shit. If you run up on a motherfucker on that bullshit, if you don't got your finger on the trigger, one in the hole, and that motherfucker pulled out, that motherfucker's useless. That pistol you got on you is useless. And I'm gonna give it some advice to people out there. If you got a pistol on you and you're arguing with a motherfucker, do not mention the pistol because that's false advertising, and especially if it's not whipped out and ready to go. Because if you
Exactly.
got that
And you know,
motherfucker, if you got that motherfucker in your waist and you're 12 inches away from me, that motherfucker is no good. That
it,
motherfucker is no good. You might as well not have one
exactly. So
because
so
I'm gonna hit you so hard that it's gonna be over with for you. You're gonna wake up with nothing on you. That pistol gonna be gone and way down the road by the time you wake up. So
yeah,
that's
because
just a little advice. That's
like
just a
you
little advice
said,
from one answer to another.
we get in survival mode, and when we don't have a pistol on us, which I never do,
Mm-mm.
and someone says they have a pistol, it's I'm gonna try to kill you with my bare hands because I know if you get to that pistol, you're gonna shoot me. So I'm gonna do everything I can to disarm you and break your neck. So it's not
And no
good to have
question.
a pistol and not shoot nobody. Just tell them you have a pistol. We're not scared of pistols.
And no question. And like I'm saying, if you got it in your waist or in your back pocket, it's no good.
It's no
It's
good.
no good, man. And
You
so
shouldn't have to say the words, I have a pistol. It should be in
exactly.
someone's face, and we should know you have a pistol. You shouldn't have to say that. There is
Hmm.
no
And,
scare
and that's
tactics.
why they have laws of concealment. They
Yeah.
say if you got a pistol, you can't conceal it because then you got the upper hand. If
Yep.
you got a pistol, we need to see it. That's why they have those concealment laws. If we can't see your pistol, it's illegal. Because the
Hey,
thing is, if we can't see it, we don't know you got it.
hey, let's talk about let's change this a minute. I was gonna cut this off, but you just reminded me of something. So the other day,
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching TV and I see this 16-year-old black kid.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was out of state anyway. He knocks on someone's door to pick up his brother or sister because his mom sent him to an address. He knocked on the wrong door. It was a 74-year-old white man that answered the door with a gun and shot dude in the head. And then when he was down, shot him again in the head. Fortunately, the kid lived, but just because he was black, this kid, the man said he was terrified for his life. And I believe it was a protect your property state where you can shoot to kill if you feel threatened. And his defense is he felt threatened because the kid was black. How do you feel about, man? I can't even imagine my kid knocking on the wrong door and someone shooting him in the head. I would be gone. I wouldn't be here right now if that happened. And I don't know if he got both his parents living, but it's like you knock on someone's door on an accident because you got the wrong address and you get shot in the head. That's crazy to me. That shows you what this world's coming to, man.
That's what my peoples is going through.
Did you see that?
I might have.
It was on yesterday's news.
If I didn't see that, I see 100 stories just like that.
Yeah,
you know
that's crazy. That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And,
that's super crazy.
And when you think that your peoples is targeted, the reason why it affects you is because those are my peoples, which means I'm one of them. You know what I'm saying? So if they're targeted like that,
that's our
I can
kids.
be targeted like that.
That's our children. They don't have to be biologically connected to us. That's our kids.
No question. No question.
It's unfortunate how this world is split by race, man. After all these years, slavery been over all these years, and it's still prejudice and racist as shit. Even in big cities, it's crazy to me how people act like that, like because of the color of your skin, man. It branches off into the prison system. It really branches off out here, and and it's unfortunate that a white man can shoot a black man for nothing and get away with it. These cops can shoot our kids and get away with it. And there's arguments that the kid shouldn't have been doing that. It don't matter what the kid was doing. If he's unarmed and you shoot him in the back, you should be put in prison with the rest of us.
No question.
It's crazy.
And just real quick, I'm gonna make a full circle on what you're talking about right now, going right back to what we first started out talking about as far as blacks in prison. See, one thing that you didn't put out there is that blacks were not only outnumbered and hated by every race in prison, but we also got to deal with the goddamn police because the majority of the police is Mexicans, and them Mexicans gonna ride with their people. I was in LA County, and them motherfucking COs was bringing kitchen knives, shit. I mean, real kitchen knives with wood handles and shit, and they was giving them to their people. And we in LA County. I'm at 4800. You know what I'm saying?
You was in the Crip module.
And no question. I've been in Crip module. I've been in Crip module in 4800. I've been in the Crip module in Watts across from the PJs. And man, it's fucked up when not only do we got the races against us in the prison, we got the police giving these motherfuckers straight Ginsu kitchen knives. I mean, it's like, man, like I'm saying, my people's got a whole bunch of shit to deal with, and it's not as straightforward as, okay, niggas is on the yard, and we're outnumbered, but we got the police, not like you know what I'm saying, back in 94 in Corcoran, I was in Corcoran with Charles Manson, but back in 94 in Corcoran, the police would, they would set up those death matches, and they would unlock one door and unlock one door, and they would bet to see who would win. And the cold part about it is they already strapped their people down. So, they know who's going to win. Like I'm saying, man.
I did a video about that. The first time I ever been to the shoe was, I believe, 92, and they sent me from DVI K-Wing to Corcoran, 4 lower right or 4 lower left. I remember.
Yeah, they get back in 94. They had all they had was 4 right and 4 left.
Lower right, right?
Now they only had, I don't know how many yards they got now for level, but they had 4 right and 4 left in Corcoran back in '94, if I'm not mistaken.
So I went there with Big G Man from North Highlands. Me and him got caught with a knife in DVR. We was cellies, right? And they sent us there, and they separated us when we got there. They sent me in a cell with a dude from Compton. His name was Seville. And he was in Corcoran Shoe for 3 years before I got there. And when I got there, he was like, "Hey, youngster, you ain't got to go out. You ain't got to go to the yard with me." They sent in 2 cells. He called them pepper bellies. He said they're sending 4 pepper bellies out there. I'm going to go get down with them. I'll be right back. I'm like, there ain't no way I'm going to let you go out there by yourself. So I went out there, and, of course, we fought 4 Mexicans, and then they put you in this CTQ for 10 days, and then it starts all over again, right? And I did that 4 or 5 times before I got out the shoe. And it was like the same guards that was betting on us doing that, they all ended up getting told on, and they all got sent to other prisons. Well, the majority of them got sent to Pleasant Valley, and I seen them later on in life. They was old men, and I talked about it with them. None of them got fired except I think a lieutenant got fired and a sergeant, but all the COs, they let them keep their jobs, and they got sent to different prisons. But they were really betting on these fights, and not only betting on them, if the brothers was winning the fights, they was getting shot. They was shooting us. It was crazy as hell.
But
and
listen to this. Did you hear? And like I'm saying, this is when I was back in the joint. Now, did you hear how that shit all ended up? When niggas found out about that shit, nigga, the East Coast.
Oh yeah, they ran up
love to the East Coast Crips. Nigga, much love to the East Coast Crips. Nigga, the East Coast Crips took off on all the police. What they did was check out the move. They faked the fight on the yard, right? And as soon as the police came out there to break the fight up, bam, 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 nigga, they busted on every motherfucking police that came out there and ran up in the lieutenant's office and blasted everything up in there because they found out that you motherfuckers was trying to bet on my peoples like dogs. We finna smash this shit. And them motherfucking East Coast Crips, homie. Them East Coast Crips, they fucked that whole shit up, homie.
And so I ran into one, little man from 6'9" East Coast, and he was involved in that. And he told me after that they sent him to Pelican Bay, and the police tore they out. He said every one of them, they took off all their clothes when they got in R&R and whipped on them. But he said he would do it all over again.
And no question.
You know, we got repercussions whenever a Crip or whatever faction you're from, if I'm a Crip and I'm from Sacramento and I take off on a CO, you better believe them COs at that prison are gonna give all my homies the blues every time they see them. So you really got to think about the East Coast Crips. They came to a conclusion. They didn't give a damn about the repercussions, and they smashed the police very badly. Smashed them with weapons.
Man, hey, like I'm saying, so you got to understand that's the era of prisons that I come from. Now, the new era, I have no idea what's going on. But it's like in that era, it's like it wasn't like that. Like I'm saying, it got to be damn near 20 years ago. So of course things have changed, and like I'm saying, I'm not doubting what you said, but like I'm saying, that's just so surprising to me because motherfuckers wasn't with that shit in the LA County. As soon as you walk into that LA County, what they'll do, I mean, back in the old LA County jail 4800, you come in that motherfucker and they sit you in a big ass shower and they're like, hold on, we're trying to find you a cell unless you can find one for yourself. And I'm like, what? Okay, so like I'm saying, the county was like, we got one side over here, and then we got the police catwalk right in the middle, and they're supposed to be walking through, checking on the cells. But they don't do that shit, so basically, you're in there by yourself. But, man, them motherfuckers, if you come up in that motherfucker, the police gonna crack it and say, walk down the tier and find you a cell. The brothers is gonna tell you, hey, man, Do not go in that cell because there's too many Mexicans in there. Don't go in that cell. Don't go in that cell. Don't go in that cell. Well, where's the empty cell for a brother? Down there in a, you know what I'm saying, cell 36 or whatever. You cool down there. Man, the brothers was so together in LA County. I mean, Crips, Bloods. It wasn't, well, what, I don't think wasn't no Bloods in 4800. But wherever they was at, matter of fact, I ran into some B-Dogs in 2600. Because they shoot you all around that old county jail. And in 2600, the Bloods was them niggas wasn't giving up nothing as far as with the Mexicans. And in the old LA County jail, there was not one white person on the whole line. It was just blacks and Mexicans.
I heard that too. I heard the same thing. Sebo told me the same thing. There wasn't no white boys in there.
Me and Sebo was in there at the same time. I used to yell down the kill to that nigga, what's up, cut? You know what I'm saying? Me and him yelling at the, we were both in 4800 at the exact same time.
I remember when he caught that case with the bulletproof vest, and we hurried up and shot some videos before he had to go turn himself in for a 3-year bid over that bulletproof vest. And he was in LA County, I think, for a few months.
Yeah, he was in there with I was in there with him.
Yeah.
And like I'm saying, it's just, and I can understand how things change and maybe even get softer, because you gotta, if you go back to the 60s in the pen, it was, you know what I'm saying, it's a whole different situation.
Kill on sight.
Kill on sight.
All right, so look, we've been on an hour and 35 minutes, so we're gonna end this podcast. But we do, we'll make an announcement in the next couple of days. Like I said, my new studio is together. I do need an engineer, somebody that knows what they're doing to come and hook these mics up with these headsets. I got the cameras hooked up to the computer, but I need someone to hook this interface Apollo twin up, and we'll be up and running. I'm trying to get it together before Tony comes back from his little vacation in Miami. So I'm trying to have it together by Friday. We will be announcing who we're having on here coming up soon. Me and Cisco are running this podcast together now. It's just I've been having so much stuff going on, but now he's coming to SAC, and he's going to be on my helmet about this shit because he likes being consistent with this. And I need someone like him to push me because I get so caught up in other things in life. I haven't been consistent with this channel, and I need to be. So we will be consistent. If you already haven't hit that like button, hit that like button. I see Corey. I see all your comments, bro. I appreciate it. School me. I see your comments. Definitely hit that subscription button. And if you haven't joined the channel yet, spend the $9.95. Join the channel, and I'll give you a free shirt for joining the channel. And you'll get 7 chapters of my book. It's ready to go. It's on ebooks. I'll give you 7 chapters for free. And if you like what you're reading, you can purchase the book for $24.99. But until tomorrow, I'll be giving you guys a gym of the day tomorrow morning about 10 o'clock. So you guys can look forward to gym of the days again. I'm going to start doing my gym of the days. I got a lot of stuff written down, and you'll be seeing us sooner rather than later. Anything you want to close with, Cisco?
Yeah, just one little nugget to leave with. I'm gonna say, go Kings! My Kings is doing big things, you know. And hey, as far as E40
again tomorrow,
and as far as E40 goes, Sacramento still loves you, baby. And we ain't with that shit. And we ain't with that shit that they did, homie.
No, we ain't got that. We ain't collaborating with that at all.
I love the Bay. I love the Warriors. But like I'm saying, it's go Kings, baby. You know what I'm saying? And
I can't concur with that, but you know, I'm from Sacramento, and we're due for one. Even if it ain't a championship, we're due for some wins during this playoff season. And I'm glad to see them, you know, beat the Warriors, because the Kings being number 8 seed, beating a number 1 seed team at home is big, huge for this town. And we haven't did that since LA, since the Lakers cheated us out that championship.
Mother, big shot Rob.
Yeah.
Killed.
So I'm not disappointed. You know, the Warriors had their spiel in the NBA already. It's time for some new, you know, the Kings are the youngest team in the NBA, and they're hungry. Shout out to what's his name? The boy that scored 37 last night, Fox, is that his
The
name?
point guard, yeah, the point
That
guard.
boy's a beast, and he's hungry as hell.
Yes.
So, like I said, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave a comment. We'll be back at you tomorrow. Cisco, I'm gonna hit you after I leave this gym. My brother is blowing me up. He don't even know I'm out in the parking lot, so I gotta go in here and put my 45 minutes of fame on these weights. I'm gonna try to get up under 245 today. I haven't did it in years. I know that's lightweight to you, but I'm 54 years old, and that's my goal for the end of the week to hit 245 3 times.
Nigga, I'm coming off the street fresh and hitting 400 still. Broke hand and all.
I ain't never hit 400. The most I hit was 285, and that was when I was 23 years old. So I'm trying to get up under 245.
Nigga, I was hitting 400 in YA.
Yeah, and why I didn't do no weightlifting.
Let me walk that back. I was hitting like 325 in YA. Shot to the big homie Dooney. My weightlifting partner.
Hey, Dooney, tap in. You know, I went to his new house the other day and took him to lunch. We supposed to be doing something this week. We gonna wait for you though. We gonna wait for you. So we gonna go to lunch and sit down.
Hopefully tomorrow I get on this motherfucking highway. We'll do a podcast with me on the motherfucking highway.
All right, I'm gonna bring Dooney on it. I'm gonna talk to him when I leave this gym. I told everyone I'm going to. I gotta get in this gym, man. Before I think this ain't 24-hour fitness, and they close it at 11 o'clock. So I gotta get in here and give him at least an hour of my time. My brother's probably disappointed. He thinks I left him up here. So check y'all out during the week. I will be on for sure this weekend. Find me a subject, y'all. What y'all want me to talk about? Find me a subject so I can do a video on it. Another prison story, life in general, what y'all want to talk about. Hit me in the comments and let me know. Check y'all out tomorrow morning. My gym of the day will be at 10 o'clock. I'll hit you in a little while, Cisco.
All right, baby.